Don't miss TCGCastle.com, best place for Pokemon trading card game. We have singles for standard and expanded, sealed products like team decks, booster boxes, and tins. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Also, don't miss pre-order for Fate Collate starting from April 1st.
So welcome everyone to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we're looking at a deck that I was playing with it. If you watched my previous video with the legacy format that I started uploading to my YouTube channel in the game where I was playing with a Crobat Prime against this version of Reshiram, Rayquaza Legend, Magnezone Emboar deck. So basically this is a deck list for that deck. So if you would like to know what the cards I have in this deck, so basically you'll find out right now. So this deck definitely counter pretty much a lot of different decks, but it's made to be counter to the most popular deck, I would say, in the Legacy, Celebi Prime, with Virizion and Genesect, and maybe Shaman from Unleashed or Undaunted, something like that. I'm not sure 100%. So basically, that was the deck that was my friend playing against me. So me and him worked on that deck list. So also credit go half to him, half to me, because we both working on this deck list. So basically, we have three Reshirams with the Outrage. If you're not familiar with the Reshiram from a Next Destinies and Black and White, it have the Outrage for 2 energies. It can hit for 20 plus 10 more for each damage counter on it, or with a blue flare for 120, and you need to discard 2 energies from this Reshiram. So basically 3 copies of Reshiram we have in this deck. Then we have, I would say it's something like a main attacker in the early game, but also for a backup attacker we have one Mewtwo EX, because X-Ball can just hit for a lot of damage because you have Emboar and you can just tweak this Mewtwo to hit for a lot of damage. So also one copy of Mewtwo EX in this deck. So yeah, after we test like maybe 3 or 4 games, 5 games, we didn't have too much time to test this deck. We find out that we need at least 12 energies. The original deck was running, as you can see right here, this deck list have only 10 energies. So yeah, Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend, 140 HP, so a lot of you should probably don't know about this card, but it's definitely good. I mean, it's, as you can see, Colress and Psychic type also have 3 retreat cost. So yeah, I guess that the top can be searched with the Ultra Ball and the bottom can be searched with Heavy Ball. We didn't know about that, and basically we need to also tweak a little bit more this deck, so basically we can take it with the Heavy Ball, so we need to make some replacement. Also have weakness to Colress and Psychics, and a strong attack for 150 for 2 fire, 1 lighting and 1 colorless energy is 150, and you need to discard all fire energies attached to Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend. And it has the Pokemon body space verse, which says if your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from a Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend, you take 1 more prize. So basically with the Muscle Band you can hit for 170 and knock out your opponent's EX and drop 3 prizes, which is definitely insane in this format. So I really like this card. Also the art looks pretty amazing. A lot of you should ask yourself how you can play this card. Well, you need to have them both at the same time, and you need to put them in the same time on the bench. For the support, a lot of different cards. So I will start with the Smurgle with the Portrait. So basically, once during your turn, you can use Portrait if it's Smurgle, your active Pokemon, and you can look into your opponent's hand and choose a supporter card you want and use it as effect of a Portrait. So really nice card. So moving on to the Keldeo EX, I think that it's no need to introduce and talk too much about Keldeo. It's just for the rushing retreat. But also with the Muscle Band, you can hit with the Secret Sword for like 70. which is enough to, for example, knock out for 140 Reshiram. So you can also counter the Reshirams with the Keldeo EX. You will not be able to knock out with one hit, for example, your opponent Emboar if he played, but you can hit for like 100 or 140 to the Reshiram, but you definitely don't want to hit for the 100, you want to go for the straight knockout with it. But of course, to rush in and get free of the poison. 2 copies of Executes with the propagation. Yeah, definitely good card. I mean, if it's in your discard pile, you can take it, and you can, for example, play Junk Arm for free. If you have 2 of them, you can play Ultra Ball for free, Computer Search for free, so definitely good card in this deck. So we have 1 copy of Magnemite, Magnezone, and the Magnezone. So Magnezone is here for a draw support with magnetic draw. It says once during your turn, you might draw cards until you have 6 in your hand, and this power cannot be used if Magnezone is affected by special conditions, but also with the Lost Burn attack, which is definitely good attack. You can also hit for like 50 times the 50 energy, 50 times the 50 times the energies you put into Lost Zone. So basically you can hit for like 200 or 170 if you have Muscle Band. So with the Magnezone you can also attack pretty much everything in the format. So moving on also to the Tepig. We have 3 Tepigs. At the time when I was recording this video, I didn't have any Tepig with the 70 HPs, but we will definitely take them in this deck. So definitely Tepig with the 70 HP is better to have. 1 copy of Pignite with 100 HP, and of course 2 copies of Emboar with a Inferno Fendigo. So as often as you like during your turn before you attack, you can attach a fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So this is for a energy acceleration. So we have like free Ultra Ball, we have Reshiram, we have also Portrait Smurgle, we have Magnezone for the draw. We have a lot of different cards that can be pretty useful in this deck. So we have 1 Pokemon Collector. It's just good if you start with it. I mean, it says that you can search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon, show them to your opponent, and put them into your hand. Definitely good for the setup. 3 copies of N. We all know what N do, so definitely really good to have them. So I'm going with the supporter cards. We have 2 Professor Junipers. Discard your hand and drop 7 cards. And also 2 copies of Professor's Oak New Theory, which says shuffle your hand into your deck, then drop 6 cards. Yeah, pretty good card in my opinion. Sometimes it's better to have Professor's Oak New Theory instead of the Juniper in your hand. 1 copy of Computer Search. Discard 2 cards from your hand in order to search your deck for any card, so definitely good one. This is a ace pack. Moving on to other item cards, we have 3 rare candies. 3 copies of them, so you can evolve into Magnezone and the Emboar. Also 1 copy of Pokemon Catcher, since it's you need to flip a coin, so definitely not worth to play more than 2, but since the lack of the space we have only 1 copy. 2 copies of Muscle Band to increase the damage that you can down for the 20 more. 1 copy of Tool Scrapper. You definitely need to have Tool Scrapper in this deck. A lot of different tool cards can be found, so definitely worth to have. 1 energy retrieval, so you can put 2 basic energies from your discard pile back into your hand. 3 copies of superior energy retrievals. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Put 4 basic energies from your discard pile into your hand. So definitely with 2 executes you can use superior for free. 2 copies of Floatstone, so you can have free retreat with the Keldeo Reshiram retreat. Also have 2 Ultra Balls, so discard 2 cards from your hand and search your deck for any Pokemon you like. Also 2 copies of Level Ball, so you can search Pokemons under 90 HP with it. Also 2 copies of a Heavy Ball, so you can search your deck for a Pokemons with a 3 retreat cost or more. 2 copies of Junk Arm, which says that you can discard 2 cards from your hand, search your discard pile for a trainer card, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. You can't use Junk Arm You can't choose junk arm with the effect of this card, so definitely good card. Trust me, you can pick any trainer or item card you want, but you cannot pick supporter cards. Even if on the new supporter cards you see in the name it says a trainer card, and in the older one says supporter, but you can't pick a newer supporter cards with the junk arm, so you can't pick supporter. One Battle City as a stadium, since we don't have a tropical beach. Battle City says once during your turn before each player's attack, before each player's attacks on their turns, you can flip a coin, and if you get heads, you can draw a card. So definitely good card. So also two copies of a Lighting Energies, and 8 copies in total of Fire Energies in this deck. So definitely really nice deck. So it will be also tweaked a little bit more after some game testings. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So if you was asking what the deck list was in the video that I was making, so that was the deck list. So don't forget to hit like button or dislike if you don't like it. Also, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can visit tcgcastle.com. You can find some of these cards on that page, and with TCG Center 5 code you will also get 5% discount on your purchase, so definitely keep that in mind. So yeah, you can also find me on the Twitter from now, if you didn't know that. So you can find me on Pokemon TCG Center, but I don't have the R in the center because the Twitter was not able to have that many letters in the name. So yeah, till the next time, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to watch that epic battle between the Crobot Prime and this deck. So have a nice day and goodbye.